Greetings, Vinyl community. This is Jason with Jason's Vinyl Lab coming at you with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a Led Zeppelin ranking. I have 7 of the 8 studio albums. I don't have the one that I would consider to be my least favorite or rank number 8. I also don't have Coda, which would be like a collection of unreleased songs, which would come out a couple of years after the band had broken up. Even if I had it, I wouldn't count that because it's just like leftover tracks. Mostly, if I remember correctly, songs that were recorded around the time they were recording Led Zeppelin 3. And in my opinion, there's a reason why those were previously unreleased songs. There's just really not much there to enjoy. The only exception would be if you really, really want to get the deluxe edition of Coda because it has Hey, Hey, What Can I Do? Which is a fantastic song. But even then, you're paying $40-50 to have one great song. You're better off trying to hunt down a Immigrant Song single, which is the only other way you can get it on vinyl. Which kind of sucks. I have no desire to get a 54-year-old single for one song. It was never repressed. It was supposed to be repressed a couple of years ago as like a Japanese single. It was supposed to come with like a OB strip. People had pre-ordered it. For one reason or another, Jimmy Page canceled it the day before it was supposed to be released. So those are the only 2 ways to get Hey Hey, What Can I Do on vinyl. You know, if I can ever find the deluxe Coda edition for cheap, I would probably pick it up. But anyway, enough of that rambling on. Let's get into it. I'm also going to show you some of the packaging because some of the packaging is cool. So my number 8 and number 7 and number 8 are really close. You can go either way. But for me, just by a small margin, number 8 is the one I don't have. And that is Presence. I don't remember all the songs. I know it has Achilles' Last Stand, which is great. And I think a song called Fool in the Rain. I believe that's on there. Or there's one other song I really like. Other than that, not really much. The cover is stupid, I think. It's just not really much there to get excited about. You could tell by that point they were really, the drugs were really getting to them, and the quality had really gone downhill. Number 7 is going to be, again, this is close. You can say this is number 8, but to me it's number 7. It's going to be In Through the Outdoor. Now there is a cool story behind this, but behind the cover, I'm sure most of you know, there is actually 6 different covers. However, it is the exact same picture on all 6 covers, just taken from a different point of view. And back in the day, and even with their represses, it comes with a brown paper bag. I have it. It's over there with my rest of my records. I just didn't feel like I don't put it on, take it off. It's a pain. Honestly, I don't even know why I keep it. But it's there. I don't know. It's like they're labeled A, B, C, D, E, and F. It doesn't show the labels on here, but through when they catalog it, I don't know which one I got. Don't really care. It was kind of a big deal back in the day with a lot of people to try to get all 6 variations. One cover is good enough for me. It's not really a good enough album to warrant buying multiple copies. Now this one, it's just not a gatefold. There's no gatefold that I know of unless you buy the deluxe edition. It's just the album is not really anywhere near good enough to get the deluxe edition. Only reason why I'm pulling this out because the only way you can get the songs is by looking at the insert. They don't put the songs in the back of the vinyl jacket for whatever reason. Don't know, but this is what the insert looks like. Nothing too spectacular. But you can look at either side. They'll give you the song titles. All right. Side 1, In the Evening. That one's pretty good. Southern piano, Southern Bound, I can't even pronounce that word. Doesn't really do anything for me. Fool in the Rain, okay, that's on this one. There's another one on Presents that I like. I can't remember what it's called. Hot Dog, I take it or leave it. That's only 3 songs inside one, and of course this is a 7-song album. All right, side 2, The Epic, and then in parentheses it has some long word I can't pronounce. Most of these songs are not really good for me, but Fool in the Rain and In the Evening I do like. The Hook, that's okay. Blot, and then where the heck is it? I guess I was looking at the wrong ones. Anyway, yeah, you got In the Evening, Southbound, whatever, Fool in the Rain, which is good. All right, here we go. I don't know what I was looking at. Carol Uzu, All My Love. Okay, that song's a fantastic song. And then I'm Gonna Crawl. So these are the correct songs. I guess some of these will be songs that will be on the deluxe edition, I believe, which I don't have because why bother? This being the Walmart exclusive, it does come with this replica backstage pass, which is, or something like that. Anyway, it says Led Zeppelin pass, August 11th, 1979. Something worth concert. I don't know. But it's there. I don't really ever pay attention to it. That's the only Walmart exclusive I have as far as Led Zeppelin albums are concerned. Now, with the Led Zeppelin Walmart exclusives, they're not on colored vinyl or nothing like that. They just all come with that, Led Zeppelin pass. So nothing really, nothing you need. The only reason why I got it, because I did not this past year, but the year before, when Walmart was doing every record for $15. I bought this brand new for $15. No point in paying more than that. All right, so that's my number 7. Number 6, this is the one that has a really cool packaging. Not really much of a great record, but Led Zeppelin 3. Again, this is the standard edition. This one does come on a cool gatefold. I have to pull it out because the only place to get the song listings besides looking at the actual record would be right there. Not printed on the back, but this is cool. Back in the day, a lot of times people would release records, they would have some cool extras. Sometimes things would pop up. You'd have like a velvet sleeve. I think that was the Bee Gees had something like that. Different various things. Whatever happened to that? CDs ruined everything. All right, but this has a spinning wheel. As you see, it rotates the pictures. You can look at the different pictures of the guys and some pictures that would suggest they were on some serious acid when they were designing this cover. But anyway, that's Led Zeppelin 3. As far as what I like on here, not really a whole lot. It's just barely better. Number 8, 7, and 6, in my opinion, are fairly interchangeable. But this has the Immigrant Song, which is fantastic. I know it's been played to death, but for good reason. It's, hands down the best song on this album. You got Friends, which is okay. Celebration Day, that's pretty good. You got the Since I've Been Loving You, that one's okay. Out on the Tiles, I haven't heard that in a long time, so I don't even remember that song. I must not really have done nothing for me. It's been so long since I've listened to Led Zeppelin 3 all the way. Actually, I don't think I've listened to this whole vinyl once since I've had it. I had the CD back in the day. I still do somewhere. I used to listen to the CD. Gallows, that one's pretty good. Tangerine is okay. That's the Way. Braun, You Roar, and then Hats Off. So those last 3 or 4 songs, I don't even remember at all. That tells you all you need to know. Doesn't really do much for me. So that would be my number 6, Led Zeppelin 3. This next one, I know Metal Ron is really going to disagree with me here because my number 5 is his number 1, but that is Physical Graffiti. Now this does have the most creative cover. Not a gatefold, however, it has like little holes in here that are punched out where you can see where it says Physical Graffiti, but that's not even the coolest part. You can pull it out and there's all your holes, and you can change the picture. So that's just the picture that it comes with. That's the back. If you open it up, you have a couple other choices. You can go with this, which has pictures of the guys and some other pictures of God knows what. That would be the front, the back. Then you have one other one, pretty similar to what I just showed you, but slightly different. So it's cool, you got different choices you can pick from. I just stick with the regular. And now you can't see it when it's inserted in here, but when it's out of it, you can see the song titles. You got side A, side B, then the back, side C, side D. This song does have several songs that are good, but it also has several songs that are not. It's a lot of songs. It's their only double album that they ever released, at least as far as their studio albums. I think years and years later, in 2010, 2000, somewhere around there, they released a live album called How the West Was Won. It was recorded in the early 70s in San Francisco. That's on 4 LPs. Their Celebration Day, can't remember how many LPs that is. Oh, and when they were active, there was The Song Remains the Same. I think that originally came on 2 LPs. It was eventually reissued on 4 LPs, which is really more of a soundtrack, but it's still a concert. Then there was one other one I can't remember. But this has Custard Pie, which is good. The Rover, In My Time of Dying, which is fantastic. Houses of Holy, which is amazing. Tramp, Lead Underfoot, that's pretty good. Kashmir, which is phenomenal. So it's got a bunch of good songs in here, but some other songs that are not memorable. In the Light, anyway. Down by the Seaside, that's okay. 10 Years Gone, that's decent. Night Flight, the Want On song. Where do they come up with some of these names? Boogie with Stu, that's pretty good. And Black Country Woman, and then Sick Again. Sick Again, I remember that's fairly decent. So this is most creative cover or vinyl jacket they have. I believe on the CD, at least the CD I have, which is like a really old CD from the early or mid 90s, it's just, this is what you got. No cool extras. But that is Physical Graffiti. All right, now we are going to get into the good. The top 4. Here's where it got more complicated. All right, number 4 is going to be Led Zeppelin 1. Now, Led Zeppelin 1, of all the 8 albums, there's only one that is really worth getting the deluxe edition. That is this one. I do have Led Zeppelin 2 and Houses of the Holy deluxe edition. The only reason why I bought those deluxe editions is because they were on sale for the exact same price as the regular version when I bought them. If you ever see it like that, by all means, go for it. You know, Led Zeppelin 2 goes on, the deluxe edition goes on sale, or at least it used to go on sale all the time. You know, the regular version, like, was 22 when I bought it a few years ago, $22, $23. The deluxe edition was like 30 something. It was on sale for the exact same price. Why not? But the only one worth paying extra for is Led Zeppelin 1. All the other ones are like rough mixes you get on the companion disc, alternate takes, which are generally unfinished or early demo versions, instrumentals, nothing you're going to listen to more than once. This is the exception. This, and I'll show you the gatefold. I believe Ron showed his Led Zeppelin collection a few years ago. His Led Zeppelin 1 doesn't have a gatefold, if I remember, because it doesn't really ever come with a gatefold, I don't think. But this is what it looks like. If you open up further, you got a bunch of pictures of the guys. There was a gatefold version back in the day. I'm not sure if it just looked like that or if it was different. I couldn't tell you. And then this is another inside picture. I don't know. But the reason why this is cool, because it comes on 3 discs, and the second and the third disc is a live concert recorded at 69, which would be at, no idea. Let's see if I can find it. Insert. There we go. All right, yep, October 10th, 1969 in Paris, France. So you get a whole show, you get a whole concert, which is fantastic. But for the main album, you get Good Times, Bad Times. That's a really great song. Baby, I'm Gonna Leave You. This actually could have been ranked higher. That's a really good one. You Shook Me, that's decent. Dazed and Confused, that's a really fantastic stoner song. At least that's the way I see it, but it's a great song. Your Time Has Come, or Your Time is Gonna Come. Black Mountainside, Communication Breakdown, fantastic song. This is such an amazing debut album. I Can't Quit You, Baby. And then How Many More Times. So you got 9 songs, 4 on side A, 5 on side B. Great, great album. And then for the live album, you got Good Times, Bad Times, Communication Breakdown. I guess they kind of put that into a medley. That'd be 1. You Shook Me. That's the only 2 songs on side 1. And then you have Heartbreaker, Dazed and Confused, the only 2 songs on side 2. I think because they play them for a while, they're like 10-minute songs or something. Side 3, White Summer / Black Mountainside. And then Moby Dick, which I believe was a song on Led Zeppelin 2. That finishes up side 3. Then side 4, I Can't Quit You, Baby, and How Many More Times. Really good pressing, really good audio quality on that concert. So that's Led Zeppelin 1. And where did I put? Well, I didn't put this one in the sleeve, outer sleeve, because it's so thick. I had a hard time getting into it outer sleeve without ripping it. All right, moving on to number 3. This one had the most controversial cover. I keep this banner that it comes with like that because I have no desire to look at what is on the cover. You all know it. It's actually 2 different kids, 1 boy and 1 girl. And it's like multiple pictures of each child at the time climbing up these rocks in their birthday suits. Don't ask. I don't want to talk about it. But that's the cover of Houses of the Holy. I also have the deluxe edition of this because it was on sale for the same exact price. The only reason why I bought it. Otherwise, it's not worth it at all. So, unfortunately, I do have to open this up. So this normally comes like wrapped around the jacket. I put it in the front there so it covers up what I don't really want to look at. And on the back, you got the same thing, but with like a blue hue, but same exact picture. Now, as far as the songs on here, this is the gatefold. Very cool picture there. And if you open up the extra bonuses, or just pictures of the guys, one's, they're at a show somewhere and one's standing in front of their plane. And I open pull out the insert. You just got the lyrics and the song titles. All right. So side one, you got the song remains the same. Very good. The Rain song, I like that one. Over the Hills and Far Away, number 3. I love that song. And then the grunge, or crunge, not to be confused with grunge, crunge with the C, doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Side 2, you got Dancing Days. That's a fantastic song. Number 4 or number 2 on side 2, Dia Maker. I don't know. It doesn't really do a whole lot for me. No Quarter was the only Led Zeppelin song ever. Just my opinion. It kind of creeps me out. That song just sounds kind of evil. The way that guitar tone goes and the way he, I don't know if he's using auto-tune. Auto-tune wasn't really a thing back then, but Plant's voice and his vocals on that and the Jet song just sounds evil. And then finally you got The Ocean. But let me know, what do you think? Am I crazy? Do you have no problem listening to No Quarter? Yeah, it's a great song. It's just kind of evil, I think. And even the video of it, if you ever watch the video to The Song Remains the Same, even when they're playing it, it's like they're wearing these masks and it's like they're riding these horses. And it's like it takes place like in, it's just creepy. But that is Houses of the Holy at number 3. Now my number 2 and 1 are probably going to surprise you because you're going to think my number 2 would actually be my number 1, but it is not. Close. All right. But number 2 for me is going to be Led Zeppelin 4. I know there's so many different stories regarding who that person is and what his background represents. I've heard different stories. I really don't know what the definitive answer is to that, but it's one of those things that have stirred up many conversations over the last 50-something years. Obviously, you got the number 1 most radio played song of all time, Stairway to Heaven on there. Reason why it was played so many times, it was a masterpiece at the time, but we've all heard it 10 million times. Every one of us knows every word by heart to that song. Doesn't make it a bad song. It's a great song, but we don't need to hear it because it's just been played so many times. But let's see what we got here. And this one does come on a gatefold, which has that infamous creepy lady holding up the lantern. I guess there's some kind of another meaning, alternate meaning to this picture. And you got some kind of, don't know what's going on there. People going, I don't know. But all right. So you got Black Dog. Here's the insert. Nothing too fancy. Black Dog, which is great. Rock and roll. Phenomenal. The Battle of Evermore. Stairway to Heaven. We all know that by heart. Misty Mountain Hop is good. Four Sticks is very popular. I think it's okay. It's good. It's not great. Going to California, another popular one. To me, it's good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just good. It's not great. And then When the Levee Breaks, that is a great song, I think. So that is Led Zeppelin 2 coming in at, Led Zeppelin 4 coming in at number 2. Now, my number 1 Led Zeppelin song, Led Zeppelin album, obviously, Led Zeppelin 2. This one, I do have the deluxe edition with that as well. Again, simply because it went on sale for the exact same price as the regular. Which, hey, any Led Zeppelin album you find where the deluxe edition is the same price as the regular, that is, I will tell you to go ahead and get it then. You're not losing anything. But don't pay extra for any of them unless it's Led Zeppelin 1. Now here is the gatefold picture. Being the deluxe edition, you have a couple more pictures. And then the companion disc is just, you know, outtakes and yada, yada, yada. Nothing amazing. There's no insert in this one, I don't believe. Double check that. Yeah, so it's just, all right, so you got a Whole Lot of Love. I love that song. You know, What Is and What Should Never Be, fantastic. The Lemon Song, great. Thank You. That might be my favorite song on here is Thank You. I'm not sure. Heartbreaker, which is great. And usually when they play these songs on the radio, they play Heartbreaker and Living Loving Maid as like one long song, because the way Heartbreaker ends and then Living Loving Maid begins, like they just go together. It sounds like it could be one long song, but it is technically two songs. In parentheses, it has She's Just a Woman, because you hear that a lot. And then Ramble On, which is great. Moby Dick and Bring It On Home, the only song I really don't care for. But that is Led Zeppelin 2. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. That is my Led Zeppelin ranking. Let me know what you think. What order would you put them in? Until then, God bless, and I will see you all later.